us a response, and then we can hear both sides of it instead of just one side.
Okay.
And I mean, that's just the whole way that anything comes to a better result is if we are able to hear both sides at the same time instead of hearing one side and then saying, okay, well, by next month's meeting, we'll try to have an answer to you. So.
And I will do that. And it would have been nice if I had been advised that last time.
Well, I wasn't here, but
yeah.
I mean, now that said, if it's going to result in litigation, it's one of those things that I'm supposed to try and avoid.
Understood.
I'm
Because your
primarily
position, I understand.
on the prison board as primarily because I'm hoping to get a new prison built. Hoping to see that it's done with addressing all of the needs of the various interest groups in the courthouse, which includes the judges.
Now, I'm sorry to interrupt. I apologize, but my complaint is not just singular. Okay, not just involving Chris. It's the process as a whole.
Well, and all the more reason to put it in writing.
And also finding out that there was another inmate who has a very well-known mental health issue, severe mental health issue, and he too was placed in isolation down there with Chris. And this young man, I don't know if he's still there. I've been told two different things. That he had been, one, that he had been shipped out to whatever facility, and another person telling me that he's still there. And but this is a young man who.
Now, I try not to interrupt you, but I was talking. You did interrupt me, and let me answer that specifically. The statistics are 17% of the people who are in prison, in county prisons nationwide, are seriously mentally ill.
True.
Our resource for someone who's seriously mentally ill, danger themselves or others, is Torrance State Hospital. They have an 8 to 9 month backlog. They do not want to take inmates that they don't have to, and so you have to demonstrate very serious mental illness before they will make room for someone, because they simply don't have enough beds. When we want to get someone evaluated to determine if they're competent to go to trial, Torrance has an 8 to 9 month backlog. All of the mental institutions have been closed down in the last 50 years since the Earl Warren Court and John F. Kennedy passed a law that says you can't lock somebody up until they've proved that they're a danger to themselves and others. So people do not go to a county prison until they have proved that. And the facilities to treat them outside of prison have dried up. So it's a serious social issue. It's not confined to Fayette County. It's not unique to Fayette County. It is all over the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, all over the country. And so there is something that we have to address in terms of people with serious mental illness, and it has to be, if it's not going to be prison, we have to reopen other types of institutions that can provide care for those persons outside the prison context. And right now, to my knowledge, if we have them, I don't know where they are. So that's a problem, and it may be that the gentleman you're talking about, and I don't know who that is, gentleman or woman, whoever it is, that they may have, by their conduct at the prison, have demonstrated how seriously mentally ill they were, and maybe we were able to ship them out to Torrance. So I don't want to talk about particular cases, and I don't know who you're talking about.
I wasn't
but
sure
if they've been shipped to another institution, it's more than likely Torrance. And because their conduct at the prison was enough of a red flag to get them a bed at Torrance. So it is, I mean, it's an ugly situation that has been forced on us from the top down, from the United States Supreme Court in the 60s, when they said you cannot institutionalize someone until they've proved they're a danger to themselves or others, through federal legislation, through a variety of programs, and so we have the same number of mentally ill people as we always did, maybe more, but we don't have the facilities to treat them as humanely as we'd like to. County